Good morning, and welcome to the presentation of session 7 of the Congress Tumuli and Megaliths in Eurasia. This session is entitled Local and Non-Local Raw Material Selection, Transportation, Processing and Use in the Construction of Tumuli, Megaliths and Artifacts. I will talk in behalf of my colleagues, José Mirão from University of Évora, Patrícia Moita from University of Évora, Carlos Odriozola from UNIARQ and the Universidade de Sevilha and Arazandi Society of Science, and Miriam Cuba is also from UNIARQ. First of all, we'd like to thank the organization for inviting us to do this presentation in this web meeting and in these virtual conditions. And by doing that, allow us to keep up our commitment of having this contribution and also to have found this practical solution to boost the dissemination of the event and the publication of publicity of each session. I'm sure that we'll have a much larger audience 1 year from now in Proença Nova when we all get together in the Centro de Ciência Viva. So, Tumuli and megaliths are with circular hilly shape, often standing out in the landscape, were a reality widespread across Eurasia during pre- and protohistoric times. No matter the name we give them today, and we give them a lot of names depending on the region, these complex monuments with different patterns of location, size, structure, and materials used were developed within societies that were also increasing their complexity while facing challenges never seen by human until then. Somehow similar to today, but a little bit in different conditions. Today we also face situation that it's never seen before. Well, nevertheless, outside, inside, and embedded in the elements that compose these monuments, there is a considerable diversity of features that vary across time and space. When space is small, dates overlap, and the difference between features are significant, some argue that they may be representative of distinctive rituals, eventually related with inter- and intragroup social, cultural, and economic inequality, possibly also related with situations such as lineage and division of labor. Such inferences are considered stronger when the resources were available in the same range and therefore could have been used in the same quantities and ways in normal circumstances. That is, if there were not any imposition caused by phenomena such as inequality to access those resources. Investigation towards the detailed characterization of such features have been done since early times of archaeological investigation, but because archaeology came from humanistics, many models were built without enough detailed analysis of the sites, of the contexts, and of the materials. However, in the last 15 years, the increased introduction of the published in peer review or parish perspective in humanities, particularly in continental Eurasia, led to a widespread of high-resolution analysis to sediments and artifacts using state-of-the-art equipment and protocols that allow to confirm, reinforce, calibrate, correct, and reject many ideas, models, and theories, giving a new life to archaeology. Nevertheless, this increased number of publications have been occurring across peer-reviewed, non-peer-reviewed papers in international, regional, and national journals, books, and proceedings, covering different territories and chronologies, which make hard to keep up with what is being done. Thus, a meeting dedicated to a specific issue that embraces this exquisite reality within such a congruent geographic and time frame is a perfect environment to present, see, listen, discuss, teach, and learn about the multiplicity of approaches and the consequent results that used and get through these high technological means. We will have at least 10 contributions that are those that are already submitted, covering studies using high-resolution methods on raw material analysis on both grave goods, such as lithics, pottery, metal, and adornments, and construction materials, namely slabs, clays, and mortars, in order to recognize cases of patterns of sourcing, selection, transportation, processing, and use. Since it has been shown that often a single approach does not cover all the necessary details, we will give particular interest to those crossing different high-resolution methods and techniques. Our goal is that everyone give a contribution that together will make a significant step forward in the interpretation of the dynamics, social organization, procurement strategies, exchanges networks, human mobility patterns, social and economic interaction, social implications, raw material economy, human cognition, and social complexity of these societies in order to make a large-scale interregional comparative framework. Of course, considering the unprecedented scale of impact on heritage that we see today, we also encourage essays that, besides the study, also make connection with their social implication in order to set avenues toward not only the scientific investigation, but also heritage preservation of these evidences and monuments. So we wish to thank to all colleagues that were ready to present their work in 2020, and we will take this opportunity and the opportunity given by the COVID-19 pandemic situation to invite all of you who for some reason, were not able to participate or were not able to participate in the Congress in 2020, that would be these days, but we will that will have results ready for presentation in 2021. So I will ask to join us, and we are absolutely sure that the Tumuli and Megaliths in Eurasia Congress will be a landmark for the future of science and heritage about this kind of monuments and realities. And with it, the raw material session will produce a groundbreaking perspective in the investigation of past materials and societies by linking groups and realities from across this vast continent. Thank you. Let's move for the next one. We are right on schedule, so we'll have 3 minutes to log in and log out in this one and log in the next session and put everything running smoothly. Thank you very much.